Now, who could that be?
SoapNet. Every day, a new twist.
Hey, baby, you can't be serious.
Jack. A real baby.
Do you even understand what that means? I mean, babies aren't like dolls.
I know. They come out of love, and I love you very much. And you too.
Of course I love you.
Then what I want is good.
Dennis.
Jack, please. Let's make a baby. You know, you scared me. I didn't think anyone was around.
Well, someone is around, and he couldn't care less whether you're scared or not. You're trespassing.
You look so familiar.
Can I help you with something?
Yes, yeah, I guess you can. As a matter of fact, I'm here to see Stephen.
Young lady, you're wasting your time and mine. Mr. Clay is not available.
So when will he be?
You know, at least 12 women have asked me the same question in the past 24 hours.
Look, I'm not just some groupie.
I know who you are.
So then you are well aware that Stephen and I know each other. And if he's here, I would really like to speak with him.
Tell me what you need with Stephen, and I'll make sure he gets...
Look, it's personal.
I suggest you pack up your pretty little personal and you take it elsewhere. I'll let Stephen know that you've been...
Look,
here.
I am not going anywhere.
You're making a mistake.
I said I'm waiting here. I'm not going anywhere.
I can see that.
I'm tired of living in the shadows all the time. I don't want to be loved.
Beginning with Olivia.
Beginning with her.
She's betrayed you before. I'm afraid she'll betray you again. On second thoughts, I don't think you should go anywhere either.
Well, Elizabeth, what a surprise.
Sorry to barge in on you like this, but my bed was just so lonely without you.
You're doing too much. After everything you've been through, you should really be back at the hotel resting.
He's right, Elizabeth. I've never seen you look like this.
Or act like this.
You look very, pale. Doesn't she, Stephen?
Perhaps a touch?
No, she does. It's almost like the blood is drained out of her face.
So you're a doctor and a vampire slayer.
All right. How's my favorite patient? What's going on here? Did I walk in on something?
No, you didn't. Everything's fine.
Actually, it's a good thing you're here. Elizabeth isn't feeling very well.
I'm fine.
Is that right? What's the matter with you?
Well, I was hoping you could tell us that. Actually, I think we would all feel better if we knew what was making Elizabeth feel so strange. Right, Stephen?
Well, if you're going to wait, I have some time. Do you mind if I keep you company?
So, exactly what is it you do for the Stephen Clay experience?
I'm the manager.
That's why you look familiar. You're Joshua. Aren't you at the Halloween party you asked me to dance?
Right.
For a second there, I thought that maybe you were someone else.
Were you disappointed when you discovered that I wasn't?
No. Not at all, actually. I bet you and your band were pretty shocked when that guy jumped up on stage and told everyone that your front man was a vampire.
No, not at all. We enjoy the notoriety. Sales of our CD jumped 11%.
Yeah, well, I can understand why. I mean, I think it's all kind of cool. I actually like the idea of vampires.
Really?
Yeah, I was close to one once.
Ah, now you are teasing me. Next you'll be telling me that you believe in angels.
Yeah, well, doesn't everyone? But I'm more of a vampire type of girl. That's why I can't get my mind off of your boss.
I'm not quite sure I understand.
You see, Steven looks exactly like the one I used to know. In fact, they're identical.
Oh, please, not you two.
No, listen, it gets better, actually. There's actually a girl who showed up in town who looks exactly like me, and she just so happened to come at the exact same time Steven did.
Incredible. What an amazing coincidence.
I think there might be a connection.
Well, I'm sure you will investigate and investigate until you get all the answers.
Oh, yeah, I plan on it, all right.
I'm sure you do.
Hey, Josh. Hey, I'm sorry I'm late, man.
You do want to make sure she's all right, don't you, Steven?
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing serious.
I'm fine.
You do look a little pale, Mother. And Ian really is, the best doctor.
I'm sure Dr. Thorner has a very busy schedule.
No, it's
Maybe
all right.
we should...
It's all right. Stephen, is it?
Yeah.
I have time.
Great.
Yeah, just gonna move a few things around. Can I talk to you for a moment? Excuse us.
You'll see, Mother. Ian is really, really an awesome doctor.
I'm sure he is.
You are feeling a little warm?
I am.
A little drink. If you're running a fever, maybe this will help cool you down a bit.
Good. I'm dying of thirst.
Thank you, Stephen, for taking such good care of my mother.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, out with it. Why is checking Elizabeth so important?
I think maybe he's already turned her into a vampire. She's really showing the signs that someone had just been bitten. Now, I don't have any proof, and I'm not getting the feelings that I usually get when they're vampires.
What do you think if I examine her?
Well, I'm not sure what'll show up, but I do know that if Caleb, Stephen, or whoever he is, has bitten her, she won't let you draw blood. See, a vampire will do anything to stop you from taking it.
And if she won't let me draw blood, we prove that... What?
Caleb's back.
We also prove that Allison's mother is a vampire.
It's melting. It's
Tess. Come here, baby. Don't get me wrong, I love babies. See him? Love, yeah. And we know that we love each other. And one of the most important things a couple needs to have is love when it comes to making a baby.
The most important thing.
But it's not all they're gonna need.
Then we'll get it.
Yeah, well, it's really, it's not that easy. See, a baby, real baby, needs to have a family.
Oh, we have family. Your brother Chris, and I have Livy, and that's family.
But a real baby is a huge commitment to us, a really big commitment, and it really changes your entire life.
I don't understand.
Look, come here. When a baby comes into this world, it needs a family who not only loves each other, but is also committed to each other. Do you know what being married means?
Yeah.
You do?
Ian, was married, and then he had Danny.
Right, Danny. Exactly.
So?
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I understand. We need to get married.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? Rehearsing? Tonight?
Tomorrow night, remember?
Oh, that's tomorrow night? Dude, I'm sorry. I can't keep it straight with all the partying and practicing.
You gotta get it together, Ricky. This is a job. This is not a hobby.
I said I was sorry.
All right, I heard you. Now leave.
Fine. You want me to leave? God, chill out. Livy. Hey.
Hi, Ricky.
Long time no see. So first time here, you come to see where we make the magic?
I'm waiting for Steven.
Well, you know, Joshua here is a very busy man. Why don't you come get a bite to eat with me?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure if you go out there, you'll find some fellow parasite who'll be willing to keep
You know what,
company.
Joshua? Why don't you let the lady decide?
Judging by the expression on her face, I think she's already made her decision.
Bye, Ricky.
Fine. Suit yourself. I'm sorry I interrupted.
What was that all about?
I'm afraid rock and roll's gone to little drummer boy's head.
Well, I thank you very much for getting rid of him. That was very kind of you.
Well, then, you were telling me your theory on...
Vampires?
Yes. Well, I was rather enjoying that. I'd like to continue.
My favorite subject.
If you don't think I'm as presumptuous as Ricky was, perhaps we could continue over dinner.
How are you feeling now?
Better. So much better, thank you. I am so sorry about the way that I was acting. That fever just had me doing the strangest things.
Well, your temperature is fine now.
Good. Guess I just needed a little water and some rest, huh? Hope I didn't embarrass Steven too much.
Oh, I'm sure you didn't. He's a rock star.
Stephen, I can't look at the boy without seeing Caleb Morley.
I know what you mean, Ian. I mean, I thought the same thing up until the crash. But I was really hurt, and so was Mother. And he really helped us. I mean, he helped stop my bleeding. And if it were Caleb, I'm not so sure that he would have.
Right.
You know.
Right. So, no doubts about Stephen then?
I think he's just a really nice guy.
Well, so far, so good.
So we're finished?
Almost. Just one more thing. It'll just take a sec.
What's that?
I'm gonna draw your blood.
My blood.
Yeah. You didn't have a problem with that, do you?
Excuse me. Sorry.
It's really Stephen Clay.
Well, it must be a tough life, you know, being stared at wherever you go.
Pretty ironic coming from the guy that does nothing but.
You know what? You can keep up this whole Stephen Clay thing for as long as you want. The thing is, I know you're Caleb, and it's gonna come out soon. You're gonna make a mistake.
Tell you what, Rafe. Let's pretend you're right.
Okay?
Let's say I am Caleb the vampire, and this crazy girl destroyed me with a stake.
All right. Okay. Well, then I'd say we weren't pretending.
So if I'm dead, how'd I get back here? Back on Earth?
I don't know.
Better yet, if a stake through the heart didn't kill me, what makes you think anything can?
We can't get married.
Why?
Well, I mean, we just met a few weeks ago. And it's okay, but we're just kind of getting to know each other. And I really just don't think that either one of us is ready yet.
I'm not as smart as you.
Oh, no, Tess, you're very smart. You're very smart. And I think it's just, maybe I have a little more experience when it comes to dating and, you know, going on dates.
Dates?
Yeah, Tess, I don't know. I just think we need to wait before we start talking about making a baby.
Make him wait.
Are you sure you're okay? It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
I'm only tired.
Well, you just need to get some rest. Your bed is ready, so...
My bed? Are we gonna sleep together?
You know, Tess, sometimes when people sleep together in the same bed, a lot of times other stuff happens.
Like hugging.
Yeah, like hugging.
Good, because I like hugging.
Come here. Let me hold you. It's really hard not to be with you, Tess. Really be with you.
According to these tests, she doesn't have any DNA.
What does that mean?
If these tests are correct, then Tess isn't human.
You seem so real to me, Tess. You feel so real. And I want so bad for you to be real.
You're asking me to dinner? Just the two of us?
Too presumptuous?
I accept.
You know, you're an extraordinary girl.
You have no idea.
So, dinner tomorrow night, then?
Thanksgiving?
Oh, I'd forgotten. You probably want to spend that with your family.
No, actually, not this year. I would be happy to spend it with you.
All right. Dinner tomorrow. A date that will last in infamy.
If we're lucky.
Till then.
You'll tell me everything I need to know about Caleb, Joshua. Even if I have to sleep with you to get to him, God knows I have done a lot worse.
You were wrong, Caleb. Livy's a threat to all of us. The only way is to kill her.
I've spent my entire existence making sure the creatures of the night like you are destroyed. And here's the thing. There is always a flaw. So, my friend, you have to have a weakness.
Well, since I'm not a vampire, you got nothing to worry about, do you?
Excuse me, Rafe.
Oh, Mr. Clay, you're still here.
Colleen, right?
You remembered.
Is there a message?
Oh, Dr. Thornhart is through examining Mrs. Barrington, so you can see her now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
To be continued?
Yeah, whatever. After you.
Dr. Sanchez to pharmacy. Dr. Sharon Sanchez to the pharmacy.
And we still need to figure out all of the catering and everything. Oh, my dress.
I know. We gotta get busy because we don't have much time.
How we feeling?
Oh,
All recovered?
good enough to keep my daughter busy with 1,000,001 wedding plans.
You know?
Everything checked out fine.
It's wonderful.
Apart from the fact that she's slightly anemic, which is probably because of the shock of the accident, she's perfect.
Oh, that's my girl?
Excuse me.
Oh, wait. So she let you draw her blood?
Didn't even flinch.
I don't get it.
Sometimes a duck is just a duck.
You see, I told you the water'd make you feel better.
Better enough to want you back in my room. Back in my bed right now. Sweetie, I have to go give your brother a kiss.
Okay, I'll call you later.
Okay.
Thank you for suggesting to check on Elizabeth so thoroughly.
Yeah. Sure, anytime.
Rafe, whether you like it or not, Stephen is my mother's boyfriend. And he extended his hand to you, and you cannot treat him like that.
It wasn't a good idea for you to come here.
But I wanted you, Stephen. I needed you so bad. I needed you like I've never needed anyone before. Oh, please. Don't be mad. Oh.
sorry, sweetheart. Not with you.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next Port Charles. Naked Eyes.
I'm really proud of my character now.
On the next Port Charles.
How am I supposed to act like everything's normal when you told me that you loved me?
Mom, what's going on?
Stop it! Jack, you gotta get in here right now.
Did you miss any of Port Charles this week? Be there for the SoapNet marathon of all this week's Port Charles episodes, Saturday at 4 p.m. Log on to soapnet.com for your complete schedule. SoapNet, soap watching made easy. Coming up next, watch yesterday's episodes of All My Children and One Life to Live. Then stick around for General Hospital, right here on SoapNet.